Hi, this is Kenny the Jet Smith, and you're watching 2K TV.
This week, 2K TV presents the Chris Webber Invitational.
Yeah!
Plus, we fill you in on neighborhood events, fun.
It's the NBA on 2K Sports. Glad you're here with us tonight for this Monday night presentation. I'm Kevin Harlan here with Clark Kellogg, Greg Anthony, and our sideline reporter, the Hall of Famer David Aldridge. Tonight with us as well, the Book of Basketball author, Bill Simmons. Bill, great to see you.
It's great to be here. Nobody is more impressed than my 11-year-old
Bakit walang
son.
uniform?
I can't believe that he's playing a video game and gets to hear my voice. When he hears my voice just yelling at him normally, now he gets to hear me break down basketball.
But it's kind of fun, isn't it?
Yeah,
He likes it.
Bakit walang uniform Pilipinas?
It'll be the visiting team taking on the Milwaukee Bucks. Now the starting group for the visitors. Prophet is out there with Big Cat. Then there's Baller. Then there's Jordan Clarkson. And it's Gilas at the center locking down the middle. Here's Lopez. What a surge it's been for the Bucks at the top of the Eastern Conference last year. 60 wins, the most since 1981.
Right, and much like those teams from the 80s, they fell short in the end.
Again.
And that's been the rub with the Bucks is, you know, as you look back at so many years in a row, so close, couldn't do it. And then this last year against Toronto, you know, they win the first two, Game 3's double OT. And then all of a sudden, a week later, their season's
Bakit wala?
they've never quite
Walang uniform to.
since the days that Lou Alcindor.
The nice thing is, though, this team is making the mandatory
Romeo.
steps. It seems that all these teams eventually have to make to get to where they want to go.
Right. They're trying to keep the team together that they succeeded with last year. Sometimes when you have success, you think that you should keep that success together, and that can be dangerous because really, I thought
dalawang foul kagad.
they lost to Atlanta. They had just performed better than the season. So what's that last piece that you need? And I guess the last piece for Milwaukee now is, can Giannis be the closer? We haven't seen it yet.
The general is checked in for ball. Here's Gilas. That's tipped. Here's the general. And out of bounds as the Bucks gain possession. And now we have a moment to recognize the player of the week in the Eastern Conference, Giannis Antetokounmpo.
Well, he's been an absolute magician when the ball has been in his hands. There isn't any aspect of the offense that he hasn't contributed in, and it's been a pleasure to watch. I mean, unless you are an opposing coach, then his play has been a vivid nightmare.
Milwaukee on D, following the miss by Eric Bledsoe.
And the one-hand slam just looks so pretty when it's in his hand and he's the one doing the slam.
Agreed. He is smooth as silk, even on a power finish.
Part of what makes him unique, guys, that combination of power and power.
Bill, it's no secret that your heart lies in Boston. Just what was it like growing up in and around that area?
Well, it's definitely the reason I like sports as much as I do, because it's so sports obsessed. A lot of it is cold weather stuff, I feel like, where there's 5 months a year that just stink.
Oh my goodness! What a play!
How about the flash by Antetokounmpo? I mean, just an insanely talented athlete who loves to punish that rim.
Gilas pass to Clarkson. Here's Big Cat. Antetokounmpo defending, just 5 to shoot. Pass to Castro from outside the arc. Rebound, Giannis Antetokounmpo.
And if they know what's good for them, that's the way they'll defend against him every time he gets the ball on the three-point line. Nice awareness from the young forward. Giannis Antetokounmpo showing he wants to work it to his guys. They're trying to stem the tide here. You know, they had to do something, anything to stop this run. You can't just let it go on any longer.
Big group substitution here for Milwaukee. Lopez, he's checked in for Lopez. Ilyasova comes in for Chris Middleton. Kyle Korver, he's checked in for Wesley Matthews. And it's Hill for Eric Bledsoe. Here's Giannis, and the dunk by Giannis.
And Antetokounmpo is really an absolute terror in the open floor. I mean, love seeing a guy his size run the floor the way he does. Wow, impressive.
Here's Baller, and he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. First trip to the free throw line for him in this one. And the first one drops. Both shots good from the stripe.
Free throw shooting is about mechanics, confidence, and your mental approach. He's locked in from there most every night.
Antetokounmpo passes to Lopez. And we're approaching about 3.5 minutes play in the first quarter. And he gets it to go.
I think that's a testament to Hill's attitude. I mean, he does not hesitate at all when he has the ball right next to the hoop.
Here's the monster.
Pangit ang laro ni
Some solid defense from
Nakakabwisit. Patay.
And the jam by Antetokounmpo.
And how about the power of Antetokounmpo? Dynamite whenever he takes
Bilis,
it to the rim.
takbo. Wala si
Antetokounmpo
Pe.
has gone 3 for 4 from the floor tonight. And that one drops.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
Si Abueva pala
This
yun.
early, they should be showing a lot more energy on defense. It's not there.
Off target with the free throw line, Jay. And so it's Milwaukee heading to the bench with a 7-point lead as we wrap up the quarter. They've set the tone. They love their tempo. They're going to be very tough to stop. And we'll be right back after this. And hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far. Halfway through the first half in this one. And let's get your take, guys, on the scoring breakdown for the Bucks.
They've set the first half tone by getting out on the fast break and getting the defenders on their heels.
The other thing that's helped them early tonight are the points they've been able to convert off turnovers.
And now, brought to you by Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset our lineups.
Nice.
Setting the floor for the Bucks. Ivan Lopez out there with Ilyasova. Then there's Kyle Korver. Then there's Hill. And it's Connaughton in at the 2. Bill, you wear so many hats, writing, producing, performing. You're running the Ringer, which is highly successful. What role satisfies you the most?
I would say working with young people and trying to help them get better. I think that's the coolest thing you can do, especially if you feel like you've done some good stuff and accomplished some things and realized some things. Like the next thing you could do is just to, can you help other people get to where they should go?
Well, a lot of this wasn't around when you and I were growing up. So what were your dreams?
My dream initially was just to write a sports column that people read. That's what I wanted forever, yeah. And then the most satisfying thing is just not knowing what's next, but taking chances and hoping things are going to be fun and work out. You have to have a good team around you, and you have to have like 6 or 7 awesome people that you trust who can help you do stuff, because it's impossible to do everything yourself, especially if you're trying to increase the scale of what you're doing. And I think that even works for an NBA organization. You know, it's not like one person running everything. I would say putting a good team around you is the most important thing.
And on our sideline, our reporter, David Aldridge.
Well, guys, Giannis Antetokounmpo is the reigning MVP. He's the second Bucks player to win it since Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. And he's the third youngest MVP in league history. Kevin, he's just scratching the surface of what he'll do in this league.
You said it, DA, and some good facts in your report, too. Thank you. Bill, you host your own podcast. I've listened to it. I subscribe to it. I love it. What do you make of so many NBA players now doing the same thing?
Hey, we have a couple of them. At the Ringer, we have J.J. Redick, and we have Vince Carter and Ken Bazemore. The ones that are good at it take it seriously. It can't be one of those things where, you know, a player says, you know what, I want a podcast, and then it just magically happens. Like, you got to work on it. You have to use your connections and book your guests, and you have to be candid on the podcast. You can't just show up and just babble. And the guys that have been successful at it are people that could probably have a media career for a living. Like JJ is clearly going to go into media after he retires. Richard Jefferson had a great podcast. He's gone into media. He's really good. Yes. So I think you need a little more talent at it than people realize. And you need the consistency of it. You can't say, I'm starting a podcast and then not do it for 2 months. Like, you have to really stick to it.
Here's what Milwaukee's going with right now. Brooke Lopez is checked in for Lopez. Chris Middleton comes in for Kyle Korver. Wesley Matthews checked in for Pat Connaughton. And it's Eric Bledsoe in for
pasa
George
muna.
Hill.
Diretso.
Here's Matthews.
Wala.
Score it. His third straight basket in 3 tries.
Man, nice to see Matthews get involved inside, showing a nice touch around the basket.
Matthews with the steal.
Dami era.
The shot by Middleton, wide open. And another basket for Milwaukee.
Sensational ball movement there. When you pass the ball like that, good things happen.
Well, Bill, I know you've got to run. Marvelous to have you on the program. Wish we could do it more often.
Let's do it right now. I don't have to run. Can I stay?
Yes, you can
All
always
right.
stay.
I don't want to leave.
You have a free ticket here anytime you want.
I want to stay, please.
The microphone's always open.
Thank you.
And Clark, you know what? Bill will always give you a great point of view.
And you know what? I think he needs his own barbershop talk show, Kevin. I mean, he's done everything else in media. Go barbershop on him, Bill.
I'm shocked that didn't turn into 3 points. I mean, he makes you pay on those nearly every time. And guys, I don't know that this is the time for that kind of player. In a close game, the important thing is to get the 2 points, not necessarily the dramatics.
Oh, come on. He had to go for that, didn't he? My goodness.
Yeah, I'm with you, Kevin, there. I mean, I can't fault the guy for adding a little flavor to things. I'm fine, even if he'd have missed it. I don't mind taking a chance to spruce it up a little bit.
On to the right wing. The Bucks working the ball around. Floats one. Misses that one. He's made 1 and missed 2 this game so far. Here's Big Cat. Aguiar passes to Castro. Here's Baller. For second effort. If it goes in, and the Milwaukee lead is cut down to just 1 on the bucket from Aguiar.
Really strong rebounding on the interior, and he gets the easy putback.
And a close game so far through the first 2 quarters as we reach halftime. Bucks.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hello again, everyone. It was a fast pace for Milwaukee at the outset. Amped up and ready off the tip, they immediately went on an 11-4 run. By the end of the first quarter, their lead was 7. Then in the second quarter, they cooled down just a bit, giving away some of their advantage, but still finished up 1 at the half. Kenny, your thoughts on the Bucks' first half?
Well, I love the way they're pushing the tempo, beating the defense down the floor, filling the lanes, finishing with authority early, getting to the rim, and finishing hard.
Shaq, let's get your insight on the visiting team.
I like the way they rebounded. They devoted a lot of energy down low, fighting for each other on the board, and they helped keep this game tight. If they can continue to do that, it could easily be the factor that swings the game in their favor.
And that'll do it for our halftime report. Stay tuned for this.
And if you're just joining us, we've played through the first half in a game that's been fairly even so far. It's been one outstanding game from Jay.
How about the amount he's contributing in the scoring column through 2 quarters? He has been terrific.
And you know what? They've come at him a few different ways defensively, and nothing has slowed him down.
They've got Clarkson. Jay out there at Big Cat. Then it's the Prophet, and it's Baller in at the point guard. Bledsoe outside. Floats it up for Giannis.
Decent at spotting his teammates. You know, Bledsoe is good, I think, at reading the defense and then recognizing when he's got an open teammate.
Baller, headed by Bledsoe. If it goes in, and the Milwaukee lead is cut down to just 1 on the bucket from Baller. And so it's Milwaukee now. Their biggest lead of the game was 9. And so on to DeCumbo looking over it. To the inside. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here.
Hey, Lopez is an all-star caliber big man. I mean, the key for him has always been staying healthy. When he plays, he's been very effective.
Kyle Korver, he's checked in for Wesley Matthews.
Well, he's certainly been on target with the free throws. Such an advantage when your bigs can knock him down from the line.
They get the rebound. Now the pass to the monster. Another shot. And it's good on the way in. The Monsters got his first 2 points of the night.
They are just killing them on the interior.
Yeah, you can't say that with enough emphasis. I mean, the defenders are just not being aggressive enough down low. You got to play with some physicality in the paint.
Yeah, nice, strong finish on the inside.
But Greg, that's what he does. He's got the dunker mentality.
Man, absolutely tremendous athlete, able to go up and finish over the biggest of defenders.
A different look for Milwaukee. Lopez, he's checked in for Lopez.
Out of bounds.
Jack Connaughton comes in for Chris Middleton. And George Hills subbed in for Eric Bledsoe. It's Hill on the wing. It's tipped.
I wonder what the score would be if they weren't controlling the backboard.
And Greg, it's clearly been their edge.
Sayang, pang-all-in.
You look for every edge you can find.
Pass to Korver, wide open look, and he gets the bucket.
I love how fast Korver shoots the ball. It doesn't even think about it, just terrific instincts.
Not quite 2.5 minutes played here in the second half. And the rejection by Giannis. Scooped up. And another shot. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. It goes on Giannis Antetokounmpo.
Nice work to get it inside and draw the contact.
Exactly. The defense determined not to allow the easy layup right there. They'll settle for making him earn the free throws.
The general's checked in for Ball. Milwaukee leading by 4. Antetokounmpo gets to Korver. Here's Lopez. Count that one. Lopez has got his second bucket of the night.
Comfortable shooting close to the basket. The size Lopez possesses gives him confidence down low.
Here's the monster. Antetokounmpo defending the monster. And no good. Trying to use the glass. 3-pointer. Rebounded by Clarkson. 55 seconds left in the third. Down low. Here's Blatch. Makes the most of the high percentage shot. Blatch has got his second basket.
Whatever the defense gives, that's what he takes. A sign of a skilled offensive player.
Poked away, and so the ball goes out of bounds. Lopez touches it right.
No clue where that pass was going. That is a brutal turnover.
Matthews, he's checked in for the Bucks. Here's Baller. Oh, he blocked it and the puck's off the backboard.
Shit.
It's a 4-second differential between the shot clock and game clock. Now here's Young. He's got 10. Snatched up. The Bucks working the ball around. No coverage. 9 points for Wesley Matthews.
Remarkable poise from Wesley Matthews. Looks like he's very comfortable shooting as soon as that ball hits his hand.
Here's Baller. Good on the triple. And we just finished the third quarter, and we've got a tight ball game here. Bucks ahead, up 3. And we're coming right back after this break to get the fourth quarter underway. And while we can now, let's take a look at today's State Farm assist of the game.
And he's always been the favorite to bag this honor. These kind of feeds are his bread and butter.
Well, you can't run away from the DNA. When he's running the show, he makes sweet highlight reel plays night in and night out.
And I know I speak for all of us when I say I can't wait to see what kind of finish awaits us here in the fourth quarter. Middleton and Giannis are the forward tandem. The backcourt comprised of Bledsoe and Matthews. And it's Lopez in at the pivot spot manning the middle. That's the group for Milwaukee right now. Castro passes the ball. To the middle, here's Big Cat. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul.
No question, he got bumped on that shot.
Yeah, the officials didn't need to talk that one over. It was obvious.
And guys, let's get your take on the hustle stats for the Bucks.
You know, with their fast break operating so efficiently, I mean, you can see why they've gone with it throughout the game.
Yeah, and another thing, they've created a lot of turnovers, but they've also been able to convert when they've gotten down in transition.
Shots good by Bledsoe. And the Bucks lead by 5.
And they're forcing the ball inside, and it's working like a charm.
Bledsoe's gotten 3 of his 5 shots to go here. Here's the general. He's covered by Matthews. Baller, guarded by Bledsoe. Just 4 to shoot. Baller passes to Big Cat. And now running up the court, Bledsoe pushing it up. And he finished it off with the win. Now it's a 7-point Bucks lead.
And at the offensive end, he's done about as much as they could have hoped for today. And they've been very loose with the ball here. They haven't been as patient, forcing things a bit, which has led to turnovers. They need to just slow down and relax.
Jordan Clarkson, he's checked in for the general. Let's go now to the sideline and catch up with David Aldridge.
Hey guys, well during the break I was able to catch the message the visiting team coach gave to his team. He wants them to work for more easy baskets in transition. He said, the moment we take possession of the ball, I want us to attack. If there's nothing there, then you can pull it back out and run the offense. Kevin?
Clarkson passes to Aguilar. And yes, it's good.
And you want him taking big shots for you in big moments. That one was as easy as it gets.
Well, you don't want to give him any open shots at this stage. Never mind the layup. Come on now. My goodness.
Matthews with the steal. Here's Antetokounmpo. Count it. Antetokounmpo's got 4 this quarter.
I absolutely love how Antetokounmpo just has a winning mindset. Consistently, this guy is looking to go all the way to the basket. Has to be devastating trying to stop this guy if you're on defense.
Bledsoe, this is the Lopez. Giannis outside. Fires top of the key. And that one goes long.
And he rushed that one, no doubt about it. The Gilas position, you could see the frustration on his face. Gets a finger on it, but just can't quite come up with the steal.
Clearly a careless pass. He got away with one there.
1:30 left in the 4th quarter. Here's Baller.
Sometimes I don't think Bledsoe, actually all the time, Bledsoe doesn't get enough credit for his defense. He does a nice job keeping his man in front.
So the first one drops, and that increases their lead to 6. Second one is good. We both at the line. It's a 7-point game.
Job well done at the line on that possession. They'll make things a little easier on themselves if they can convert those.
Here's Big Cat. Whistle blows. Bucket is good. And he'll have a chance at the line to make it a 3-point play.
And there's no quit when it comes to battling there until the final whistle. What a putback.
Understands his role, does his job, and he did it right there, Jared. The timing couldn't have been better.
The Beast is checked in for the Prophet.
You know, Bledsoe is a decent shooter from outside, but I think it's really important that he continues to connect from there.
And I thought that was going to drop. It looked good from here.
Good on the first, and that will put them up by 9. And the second free throw, no good. A tough break there.
And the key for Bledsoe, like it is for most players, is staying motivated and engaged. I mean, he's a big player for this team, an important player for this team.
Here's Aguilar. And denied. He sends it right off the glass. Here's Matthews. Here's Lopez. A chance there to push it to double digits, but it's off the mark. Guys, no real chance for them to come back now.
Yeah, I think the focus has to be on their next game at this point.
Clarkson. Oh, good on the triple. And so it's Milwaukee with it. They lead by their biggest margin of the game, 9. Middleton right side. A floater. That shot misses. From deep three-point range, misses the shot. And so the Bucks take the win. Some good moments throughout this one, but they had the clear advantage down the stretch.
Yeah, I mean, I love